about the first pay-per-view that your brother was a headliner against Ruelas. Now, I remember watching Ruelas fight on a lot of Don King undercards because I was a big Chavez fan as well at the time. And I was like, man, this guy is a dangerous fighter, man.
Yeah.
And then when your brother was going to fight him on a pay-per-view, I was nervous for Oscar because I was seeing him, and again, I think I was only like maybe 10 years old or something at the time. You know, I was still young, but I was like, man, this is gonna be a tough fight. And then Oscar just blew him away. Like, what
Yeah.
was that like watching that, him on the big stage like that and just blowing him away?
Well, when we first found out we were going to be fighting him, he had a fight. Relis had a fight, and I think it was that one fight he lost. I think he had one loss when he fought us, and it was that one loss where he lost track of the count. He was looking at Joe Goosen. I don't know if you
Oh
remember.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and he was on his knee, and he was just looking at Joe Goosen, and then by the time the
The
ref
ref counted him out. Yeah.
got counted out. But what I saw in Relas though is that I go, damn, this guy can crack.
Yes.
He's got funky, leg
Right.
or lack thereof, if you will, almost like a newborn giraffe, with those little thick legs. And but boy, can he crack! He can hit, right?
Right.
Tall, lanky, rangy, and a funky style, very funky, side to side action. But he can hit. But when we were training for a fight, I mean, we didn't really, consider records at the time, or or who's always going to go, or we were about, man, let's make the best fights, And at that time, obviously, Rafael Ruelas, one of the great Mexican fighters, was on the chopping block, if you will, and and that's kind of sad I say that, but yeah, I mean now I can say that. Back then I would not say that, but I mean, yeah, when the whole vibe, the whole ambiance, was outdoors, Caesar's Palace.
Yeah.
That's the evening that Gabriel Relis fought too. Remember that kid ended up passing away.
Passing away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of somber, but sweet. And yeah, it was just a fun crowd and exciting time, for boxing. And I would always get nervous before a fight. I'd be in the dressing room, I'd be nervous. I'd be like, shit, could we turn back? Maybe just go home. I don't know. I can go through with this. I seen my brother up there, getting hit, because there's nothing I can do about it, right? So I couldn't defend them. But I had so much, trust and faith in his abilities that, anyone that came, as an opponent, we took him. We gladly took him, because that was the only way you were going to leave, mark in the sport. Your legacy was going to be created through fighting the best fighters in your era, in your weight division. Well, obviously, went up weight classes, but yeah, at that point, Relis was, he was a beast. He was a beast.
He was dangerous, man, and like
he was. Yep.
Yeah, and I just remember being so nervous right before that first bell rang, and then Oscar hits him with a good left hook, and he was hurt, never really recovered. To be quite honest with you, now that I watch it, that I'm older, and like I went from nervous to like, yeah, he's getting him, he's gonna get him out of there.
Yeah, he started because we had a game plan, obviously, kind of stay on the outside, stick and move, because he couldn't, his footwork, Relis's footwork wasn't that great. It wasn't the best.
Yeah.
So we could get him in that way where we can lose them and then catch them coming in or what have you, and that's what Oscar did. And I love that little bump that he did. I don't know if you remember that little shoulder bump, and then he crossed him with the right and the left hook, and that's when he dropped. Beautiful little bump. And yeah, after that, it was like just a matter of time. And Joe did the right thing. I think Joe that stopped it, or the ref. I don't remember if it was a ref or Joe Goosen that stopped it.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was a good stoppage. I don't think Joe complained anyhow if he had stopped it or not.
No.
But yeah, I think it would have ended up, I guess pretty bad for Relis, because he was taking, all of Oscar's shots.
Yeah,
Right,
he was.
Yeah, and
Oscar
this was
he was hitting him at will, and
yeah.
and it was a great stoppage. It was a great fight. You know, and he became world champion that night. It was an awesome moment for Oscar and for the family and for the team.
Oh, thanks for watching this clip from the interview with Joel De La Hoya. Link to the full interview will be in the description. If you're new to the channel, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe.